Are they living among us? Now poetry in motion is what it is. Wow, what a message in a box of seeds. Hidden away in a place like this, that and these, where one may find lots of rats and all those other bits of scraps too. Like who, do you know? No, but look up at these, go. Rotting bodies waxed to a shine, gazing up at ancient corpses wrapped up in twine, and went dazed from looking at them for days, wasting away the longer they stay, tears calling, emotionally falling to pieces in torment and decay. Unsocially, worms and moths pick rapidly at the cups, although upright on two, those two were to have stood up like you. Strange sightings have been showing up in and around humanoid space, a place called Earth and home of late. Seen folks living where servers and pretenders in eateries and bartenders are doctoring food in the weirdest of ways, presenting nudes. Now don't ask, what's that? Because that's rude, and you're not that hot. Nobody can accuse you of being that type of food from the pots. They're bringing it in, dressed up and with frills, before half-starved gills and restaurants and diners down there on the corners. Food that kills. Meanwhile, said folks are quickly losing their taste for home-cooked meals, arguing their dissatisfaction over discounts and your inattention to details, for not applying the deals as were offered on resale, while raising hell, upsetting those who were doctoring fries and bringing them before them on platters to enjoy, while banging angry arms on counters and ringing the bells. Oh boy! Yay, they say, what a joy! Now it's good. Okay, I'll be coming again for more of this. The right type of food now, hiss and send. Good. Look at them. There they are. Zombie-like bodies between the cars. They and their daddies are walking our streets. Or not quite walking, are they? On the beats? No. But getting by on irregular contraptions and gadgets to reach. When crooks, pirates, and snake oil salesmen rush in to set up shady schemes to seduce and snatch, friend. Separating people from their money and hard-earned cash to spend, with trickery too, and adding some feel-good dash at them. When churches are made to become killing fields, the powers that be don't see a gun issue with which to deal, rather a mental health issue, and still they go on pretending and selling you that pill. But could it be that they are amongst the mentally ill? Are they living among us still? Some weird-looking beings have been showing up here in recent times and altered stately gear, which seem to be floating about on two and in upright mobile forms carried by air. But slightly, or slightly more than slightly off balance they are. Crosswalking still against the car. Now tell me, are they? Really? Are they like living? Which leaves one to wonder at times, are these even humans at all? Are they of the earthling kind to crawl? How secure is that call? And humming yet some more, Paul, while walking along through the mall. Whereas on this side of the Great Divide, one may be accustomed to seeing earthlings in their goings, going about walking, upright on two things, side by side to do new swings. Legs they're called, I think, or some other such dancing walking thing. Feet maybe, or something else like that thing taken with tea. And buttered biscuit fatly. Yes, and that, as I hear telltales of it, was to become the established normal habit. However, in recent times on the river, there have been reports coming out of their behinds to deliver, which tends to leave some of them and their ancestors' kind a bit more than slightly disturbed over there near the spotted blinds. Reports of rather strange sightings out there on the hood, unsightly graffiti writings. Isn't there a cause for these harsh writings? Yes, because it's the right thing. Sightseeing some beings appearing among them whose walking motion runs alarmingly counter-course, and contrary to those established norms, of course it's not good, cause for alarms now they're unglued. Whereas that was the norm over there for beings of those same humanoid kinds to care and go about walking upright on 2 feet, putting one of those things in front of the other and the other one behind you. Neath. Yes, but I'm weak. Those things on which they would move about further and go wandering from place to place and yet further in your face, lifting them up and putting them down, one in front of the other, heels and toes round, while lunging themselves forward to get from point A to point B, and all the while with a synchronized movement for us to see of the other upper limbs towards me. Hands, they call them, I've heard. Or arming some other thing like that nerd. Those upper limbs, aforetimes back and forward too, would likely have been moving in line like in sync with the lower thing of thine. The one on this side of the being would have been moving opposite to the one on that side of the same. Simultaneously, were those movements in the divided game, as the upper and lower limbs would have been moving likewise? Yes, Stephen. Opposite one to the other, one-eyed void in a very synchronized and smooth manner. That's the reason, mama, which would have rendered it effortless and smooth, more like poetry in motion. Nude? No, don't be rude. Of late, however, reports have been coming out and over, and it's not all good, surely not clever. Off balance they are and out of whack. Makes you want to tear your eyes out and say, "Do TF." Our ancestors would have taken a peek down from the windows of time and home. They were to have marveled at what came a-crawling up his behind tailbone. Yes, his behind, the offspring kind, not the ancestors to leave us denying. The form of his offspring leaves him to wonder in grandeur. From whence did this kind come down yonder? From me they sure have not descended, no wonder. Because they bear no resemblance to me, nor to what I used to be, I can't be a pretender. I see, so said he, but these in no way looked or acted like me. The way they go about doing things ought not to be. The upper stumps of them have grown elongated and out of whack. The sitting points on the hind side seem overweight and showed a crack. Speak with a lisp as if he'd lost his tongue. Walks with spread legs as if a pole is wedged up where he's sidung. Sorry, I meant to say go over there and sit down. Another of the ancestors would have looked in there and was surprised to see that nothing was working as it once used to be. Lying and cheating in these times have become the norm. The one who does the right thing is ridiculed and scorned. One man treats the other man like a brute while he goes about amending laws and debating the truth. In olden times you'd elect and send to the house your representatives to represent you, your interests, and the way you live. Nowadays, it's to those lawmakers you have, those great powers given to give, in crying you cursed, flowing rivers of tears. Because the laws those lawmakers make are theirs, bringing you to the mountains, yes, but of fear. Brighten your now countenance, but leave you worse for wear. He only comes around your corner when it's an election year, while he and his cronies mount up and climb high on the golden stairs. Here, yes, go have a beer, I guess, because in lying, it is a thing no such leader lacks, looks you square in the balls and sells you a pack. This is where the weasel bumps are upon the creeper's weaker spinal track. Right, there is the center spot of attention for that eel to sack it. In that, there seems to be no lack of the key to the lock and to unlock the locket. Got it yet? Yes. All right then. Amen. There they go again. That man now begets children who place their safety in other people's hands, along with everything else that they would have planned. Well, all except those things he wants from you to Niam. Go on, eat it. Don't you let me repeat it. Now go on, back to that one and this. You do it. It's your job to make everything work right for me and fit. So, said that man, as if he and his children's pickney-dem are living, but are they living among us? Again, they walked around with their eyes fixed on gadgets in their palm. Wouldn't waste a gaze at one on the right hand unless it's to do him in with harm, or even the one on the left of them, because he's having an important conversation with a friend whom he has never met from Adam, though he lives just across the world in a foreign nation. Whatever you do, buddy, don't interrupt this conversation I'm having with my friends from across town, even though here in this city, of that kind, I've got none. Don't you dare stop me. Don't block my way. I'm walking a straight line here. Can't you see and obey? Don't make me have to turn to this side or go the other way. If a wall should fall before me tall, I'll hop over it or even crawl. If you should ever stick up before me a long pole, I'll cut you through with my fierce indignation or push you down the hole, then record it all onto my instant camera and send it off to every living soul. So they will see you lying there, dying in a pool of blood at the base of a stake or stranded at the root of a pole. No one bothered to lend a hand. They couldn't be bothered with the rigmarole. I can do whatever I want to, add as much shock value to it as I feel like to. Do you in even. But whatever you do, don't be shocked by that and react, or it will be all your fault, and you will be responsible for whatever you do, or not do, on the asphalt, and you only, pal. I have nothing to do with it, nor with that gal. No, it wasn't me, Shaggy. Even though you might have been shocked out of your wits by what I said when I did it. It's still all your fault, and yours only. Admit it. Are they living among us? A generation that curses its elders.
The aged among them are ridiculed and scorned because they know nothing and should be long gone. Needs fresh ideas because you're old and redundant. Take the running of their affairs and place it in the hands of infants. Dust your face with a powdered looking glass, then tell them they're nice and you know they'll pass. Break the pop champagne, a man must floss. Waste the Rodman because correction is a thing of the past. Because we are in the know, born that way, it's how we flow. Now hand over the dough and go. Wear chapped jeans if I please, below 40 degrees, and go pink at the knees. Because I'm free, don't you dare talk down to me. One might be tempted to ask you and say, it's not everybody that you are having issues with that way, just him who is unmitigated enough to try and lift you from there like out of the dust and from the pit of muck and toiletware. With those words even, of course, I swear. But as for you, to try to lift you, perhaps you're surely going to have some issues with that. Are they even living? Don't talk down to us, another man said, then sent you off to go to bed and to sleep. Weep. So you're acknowledging that the place where you are is down, right? And that the place where that man is talking to you from is at a higher place than where you are rebuffing him. Bright. So, am I allowed to ask that rhetorical question of the past again? What is that thing that makes you want to become so comfortable at that low place? Why are you now so ready to go dragging the man down to the low place where you are in the waist? For no other reason than for him to have the unmitigated gall to try to lift you from there, perhaps. Beware, friend, beware. Could it be that there are interested parties with a vested interest in having you in a lowly place and tumbling down yet further with the expensive car keys? One who's very skilled at the art of getting you and yours to think just like he wants you to think on these? And you're busily doing his bidding even now? Wow, there he is, telling you that you're really that and this? Could that be the same someone person right there and fat like puss, square, hissed? Could he be just a bit interested in dumbing you down and succeeding at it fast? Telling you about self-esteem and the other bits and sending you nearer my God to the corner beam to hang your head and sit? Let no one talk down to you, he said, which seemed to some folks I know to mean, listen to me and to what I tell you, me bread. Don't let anybody else tell you anything, like when to go to bed or what to do. Wake you up too, with a gaslighting finger on the cue, slanting truths across sharp knives to cut them through on you and your by surprise. Not even those who love and care for them and like the most. I'm the only one you need to hear because I'm the only one who cares. Care for and about you over here, man. True? True. Yeah, right, and why? Because I said so, guy. Give me a light, man. Phew. And, puff. I can prove it too. Look at how I make you feel. Powerful, valued, worthwhile, and shit. Look at it this way. Puff and sniff. Okay, cough, cough, now spit, then continue with it. They're nothing to you, can help you none. They're old and know nothing. They're already done. You and I are up and coming, fresh, clean, nice, and young. We now know everything and have the world in the palm of our hands to swing. We don't need them. No, not even in the least, my friend. Go. That is how they flow. You do it, go on now or go away. Go out and fix it for me. Make me feel safe and shit, see? Yes. Okay. So that I may walk around doing nothing to quit with my mind out of it, as my eyes are always focused on my gadget. Since you already know that that is how it goes, it's you who has to go out and make sure that I'm secure. Like whenever I go about to go shopping for things to buy in every store of yours, and much and even much more, of course. It's you who must make sure to do all those things that you've got to do for me. Don't you see? You had better be very sure to open up every door of the opportunity store and let me in way before before I freeze out here in this cold weather that I did not dress properly for. Why should I bother when I can pass off this responsibility to another or dump it over your shoulder? Because you're older and don't have much further to go other than to show that you know that I'm in style and you're done spoiled. You don't want me to go and file... Like what? File a suit against you, youth. So said the young youth to me and you. For in failing, you failed to do what you already knew you ought to for me. You'll soon see what shall become of thee. I don't have to do anything. I've got you to do it all for me, if anything, even to think and the kitchen sink. You do it, I quit. Now look, puff, phew, and spit. Look at him, blowing out what's left of you and his cigarette. Are they living among us? As is now the custom, this overly tattooed generation can barely answer one out of two questions. Sometimes he's right, but sometimes he gets it wrong, both of them even. But he's answering yet. He's a confident one, you bet. Self-operated devices and machinery are theirs, because such are preferred and trusted over and above you and me in the car. Us, of their very own kind, I swear, who had designed and built it, fuss. Us? Yes, it was we and our kind who had built it in the first place though, wasn't it so? Yes. But there they go. Are they living among us? No compassion, no empathy, no feeling of love for the man, not anybody, or concerns towards each other. No love for the man who is his brother. No, that's not his brother but yours. I know, so you are. They gleefully eat up glistening white snow, the one on the lot with the heavenly glow they'd picked up from the side of the road not long ago, not remembering that that was where they had seen the pile of dirty black snow not many days ago. And that's how this beautiful white pile is going to look in just a little while. But you're in style, so go on and smile a while. You're on candid camera, my child, whatever you do. Don't ever think, flush that wasted stink down the sink, and blink, rapidly now. Are they living among us? It makes me wonder sometimes. There must be somebody somewhere working on us, or over us, under us even. Working undercover after all. Covering up a stink. Under all of that ink, yeah, all of that. Tattoo ink. Now go on. Wink. That's it for today, my friends. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. We would certainly appreciate it if you would subscribe and follow us somewhere too. Thank you.